In 1955, 7-year-old little Ronnie Reno climbed atop a milk carton, stretched up to the mic, and performed for his first national audience on the Old Dominion Barn Dance. This performance would prove to be the beginning of one of the most colorful, diverse, and distinguished careers in the music industry, one that spans over 60 years, alongside some of the most legendary entertainers in bluegrass and country music history. Reno was launched into bluegrass greatness when he picked up the mandolin and joined his father's band. His dad just happened to be banjo pioneer Don Reno and one half of the Hall of Fame duo Reno and Smiley. While juggling schoolwork and TV tapings and top-billed performances, young Ronnie honed his chops and was part of the act's great recordings in the 50s and 60s. He earned a reputation as a fine utility player and picked up additional work with groups like the Louvin Brothers or whoever needed him. With a desire to spread his own wings, Reno joined the famed Osborne Brothers and provided part of the trademark trio harmony during the height of their commercial success. In 1971, they were awarded the coveted CMA Vocal Group of the Year.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
His talent and credibility as bluegrass music's youngest old-timer caught the attention of the great Merle Haggard, who hired him to back him up alongside Bonnie Owens and the Strangers. As an additional bonus, Reno would serve as Haggard's opening act, allowing him to build his own name as an artist. The transition from bluegrass to country music was a natural one. Reno harmonized and played guitar with Haggard and Bonnie Owens in the 70s and 80s, appearing on 10 of Haggard's albums and classic hits like If We Make It Through December, If We're Not Back in Love by Monday, and Ramblin' Fever. He even wrote several of Merle's cuts, including the hit I've Got a Darlin' for a Wife.
I've got a darling for a wife.
Reno also opened for acts like Mel Tillis, Ray Price, Tom T. Hall, and even Three Dog Night. It was also during this time that Reno signed his own deal as an artist with MCA Records and released his debut album, appropriately titled For the First Time. He also hit the studio with many other artists, including such legends as Johnny Cash, Johnny Paycheck, Willie Nelson, and Leona Williams. As a songwriter, Reno experienced great success. In addition to his cuts with Haggard and many other artists, including Sammy Smith and Vassar Clements, his song Boogie Grass Band became a #1 smash hit for Conway Twitty.
We put the music all together, so dance to the Boogie Grass Band.
Reno also celebrated success as a producer, churning out albums such as the Bluegrass Sessions by Merle Haggard and the celebrated Kentucky Gold, which reached #1 on the bluegrass charts, Swing West, which reached #1 on the Americana charts, and Drawing from the Well by the Reno Brothers, which he teamed up with after the passing of their father Don. The distinguished group was nominated for an IBMA award in 1997. In 1993, Reno became an ambassador of traditional music, producing and hosting the first and only national television show featuring bluegrass music, Reno's Old Time Music Festival, which could be seen in 28 million households. The show earned a nomination for the prestigious Cable Ace Award for Best Musical Series, and Reno became known as the Dick Clark of bluegrass music.
Now you talk about feel-good music. That's the Steel Drivers. I had to come out, guys. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. That's great, guys. Let's go.
Drinking dark whiskey.
After 6 decades in the entertainment business, Reno shows no signs of slowing. His new show, Reno's Old Time Music Show, can be seen weekly in 46 million homes on the RFD TV network and earned the IBMA Broadcaster of the Year honors in 2013, which he added to his IBMA Distinguished Achievement Award earned in 2006. He produced the upcoming duo project featuring Mac Wiseman and Merle Haggard, Timeless, which is due to be released in 2015 and sure to become an instant classic. Reno will also release his first solo album in over a decade, Lessons Learned, on Rural Rhythm Records. You can bet that over the course of 60 years playing alongside the masters of bluegrass and traditional country music, Reno has more than a few stories to tell, and certainly more than a few lessons learned.